All right, good morning, everybody. Going to do a video. Um, it's December 26th. It's uh, it's a Friday, day after Christmas. Just going to go over some numbers. Today we do have, let's see how many orders to ship. We have 37 orders to ship. eBay, we're at 17,000 gross. Net is 9,300. Before cost of goods sold. Also, remember we do free shipping. So 654 sales, 2621 average sale on eBay. Our store has been closed all month. Really, the only thing that we've been selling, we did open up, I think, 2 times to do mystery boxes. We sold a store clean out load for $1,000, and then we also sold mystery boxes to bring our total for the store 10,200 for 2 days of selling. So yeah, so I'm gonna walk around. I'm gonna show you guys. Nothing's changed much with the store. We're still in limbo. We have not signed a lease at a new location. We were told yet again not to take down our sign. There is some drama going on with the new tenants that are going to take over the building, and the area that we reside in with the strip center. So there's a little bit going on. I can't talk about it much, but I can say what I just said. Basically, we're kind of getting to the point now where we need to decide, are we going to open back the doors here, confuse our customers, and you know have another situation where we got to say, okay, we're going to close again, or we can stay. I'm not sure, but this is what we're going through, guys. We can't continue to have no revenue coming in from the store. We have been cleaning everything out. My dumpster is about 3/4 filled. The back area is pretty emptied out. It's still a complete mess. What I do want to do is, when I get to the new location, if there's a new location, I want to bring everything over that I want to bring over, set everything up as I would set it up for my store to run, or my warehouse to run, and then everything else that doesn't fit or is left over, either trash it or donate it or get rid of it. But at this point, we do have a lot of stuff packed up. I do have a truck, almost a truck full of clothing that I'm trying to sell right now at 80 cents a piece. So we're going to see how that goes. I'm not sure. I do need to either get it out of the building or get it figured out, because when we get to the new location, I don't want these pallets that are like this. I mean, honestly, I'll probably just stack them because they are flat at the top. But these are all the pallets of clothing. It's like 4 SKUs that I'm trying to get rid of, because I really don't want to deal with it when I get to the new location. What I want to deal with is all that in the background, all those watermelons on the pallet racking back there. That's all of our eBay inventory. Stuff like this. This is all like clothes hangers. So what we're going to do with those is we're going to box those up. I think we were able to fit like 100 and something per box, and then we're going to sell that stuff. So we're going to go look around. Looks like I left the lights on over the weekend. This is pretty much what's going on behind me. This is the front of the store all the way to the back of the store. This is a closet right here that we were working on getting stuff pulled out of it. I think what we're going to do is just pack everything up that we can pack up, make sure that the stuff that's good, that can be used for our warehouse, is all packed up, and everything that's left over, um, I'm either gonna have to get the scrappers over here, or because I know that I have had a post up in Marketplace for a little while now for the fixtures. We do have a couple people that are interested, but the thing is because of the holidays, we haven't been able to get the scheduling set up where they can come here and pick the stuff up. So hopefully that stuff moves. But we do have all this clothing here, and pretty soon I'm gonna have to. This is the stuff that I was doing on Whatnot. Pretty soon I'm gonna have to probably just stack these watermelons, and then when we get to the new location, figure out what we're gonna be doing with this stuff. I did have an idea where I can do boxes on eBay with high quantities of one size, so I can say, hey, This is a size small. All the clothing in this is going to be size small. I don't know if it could be a mystery box, but what we'll do is we'll just lay it all out and just sell it in bulk. And I think that if I can put the right price on that, you never know. You might get something, you might not, but we got to try it. So this area back here, this was that death pile that we got rid of. We did throw away another pallet of stuff that we didn't want to deal with. And here's the eBay room. Basically, what's going on with the eBay room? I have some wheels ordered. I did get some just to see if this would work. But what I want to do is some of these racks, I want to get them on wheels, and then that way when we move, we're not going to be messing around with these. So look at these are on wheels. They're 1,000 pounds. Can't really see it, but let me show you what these are. These are actually a really good deal to take your existing shelving and make it on wheels. And for me, now going forward, all my shelvings are going to be on wheels. And then if we have to move, when we move, it's going to take a lot of labor away, because keep in mind, guys, with these shelves, you have to disassemble them. You can't lift that guy up and put it into the truck like that. You're just going to be, we got carpet, it's going to be grabbing the carpet. So the best thing to do is just put it on wheels. And I did order a bunch of tubs. And what we're going to do is we're going to pack up all the inventory in the eBay. We're going to label it for each shelf. And then we're going to get the wheels on everything. Most of my baker's racks, the black ones, they are on wheels. So those are going to be easy to move. And I basically what I want to do is take every shelf and just roll it into the truck, put them side by side, get to the new location, and then set them up with ease. Like I say, if you don't put the wheels on it, you're going to be battling with the shelves falling apart. You're going to have to take them apart. Think about all the labor that it's going to take and all the time, because right now, like, it's 26. We really wanted to be out of here by the end of the month. We don't have a lot of days left. I do anticipate a lot of long nights now, and I told myself don't do it until the end, and then that way the motivation will be there for me. I'm not a procrastinator. I do everything strategically. There's no sense of spending so much time packing this place up now when we don't know where we're going to go. And so that's why I want to wait till the end. I have a feeling there's going to be one of two things that's going to happen here. Either we're going to be able to stay and restart up operations, or the end of January is when we're going to be able to go. Because keep in mind, guys, you can't expect a business to move out if you're keeping them in limbo. So basically what they're doing is they're keeping us in limbo right now. They can't expect us to still be on the January 11th date that they originally said that they wanted to occupy the building with. So if all goes through at the last minute, we're going to say, no, that's not how this is going to work. We need time to get our stuff going. We still haven't even signed a lease at the next location. We do have a letter of intent out, but I honestly, I would feel that we might still want to just look at another place too, just to compare. What I've been trying to do is keep my operations close to my house, within a half an hour drive. And I've exhausted all the locations that will fit that bill, except for the one that we do have the letter of intent on. It's about, I want to say it's like 8 miles away or something like that. So not too bad. But if this one does not go through, guys, we're going to have to start looking at locations that are further. And, having said, I will make the travel. Obviously, it's my business and I'm going to have to. But to me, right now, we're currently 5 minutes from my house. It makes it so much easier to, if I do need to step away, which we really didn't step away this whole time. We basically operated this store 7 days a week, not being open 7 days a week, but actually been here 7 days a week, because we have our e-commerce, and then we also come in and do things with getting things ready and getting things packed up or unpacked and processed while we're operating. So yeah, I want to keep it close because to me, travel time, it takes away from your life. And I've had a lot of jobs in my life where I had to travel more than a half an hour, and it's really nice having that time back given to you, so you can do other things with it. So that's one thing too, is when you guys are looking at a warehouse, if you're gonna do all this, keep yourself close to everything. A lot of times it will not pan out where you can do that, but keep yourself as close as you can, because you never know when something's going to arise and you have to stop what you're doing and go put out a fire or go take care of something, or just it's just better to be close to your location. And I know people that sometimes they drive like an hour away for their job. I don't recommend it in this type of business. I never saw value in maybe going somewhere to get cheaper rent. Yeah, but you keep yourself close. So yeah, that's really my advice for that. I do have something pending with a possible scammer on eBay. I will talk more about that as it unfolds. But again, I'm going to give you guys my input on anytime you guys get a message from somebody. I have a thing where I block people when they send me messages, regardless of what the message is. I block them, because 10 out of 10 times I get a message from somebody that, first of all, it's a ridiculous question that he started with. And then basically now I have a feeling that this guy sent that message just to indicate to me, like, here I am, I'm a scammer, um, welcome me, with this purchase. And then now he's saying a brand new item that I sent him is not working. And when I originally sent the thing, it was like a retro boombox with Bluetooth. When I originally sent it to him, I told him, I said, hey, these, I'm listing these as used, but they're really not used. So the guy got it. I sent him a brand new one. I should have known better from the message that he sent me, that this was going to be a problem, and now it's a problem. So I'll go over more of that when the item comes back to me. There's going to be one or two things that are going to happen here. He's going to either send me something different, or he's going to send me something all jacked up. I don't know. It's a radio, so technically he could have bought one at a thrift store, same model that's all beat up, and bought mine because he saw that the condition was good on it, or brand new, or who knows? We'll have to see when this thing comes in, but I highly doubt. It was tested. We plugged it in. We hooked it up to the Bluetooth. There was not an issue. And the thing is guys, is we're not sending out stuff hoping it sticks. Stuff like that with electronics, you got to always do that. And it was our fault for not putting a picture in that had the power button. You can do videos and stuff like that. It's probably gonna have to be something that we're gonna have to do going forward. And we did not put our gold sticker in there that we usually do for the security. So this one was it doesn't surprise me that this is going on, because the person that listed it has caused me a lot of problems with a lot of these listings. The person that listed this, there was one or two people that worked for me that basically sabotaged my eBay business by not paying attention to what they're doing. They didn't follow any protocol. I was inundated with problems with my store employees in store, not the eBay employees, where I couldn't watch it one item at a time. And honestly, in my opinion, eBay is not something that is hard. It's very easy. All you got to do is just have the type of knowledge where when you're doing it, you just got to follow the same protocol. And these people did not do that. Our rate of problems with our orders is pretty high this month. I think we've canceled 11 orders. Our threshold, we're about halfway through to where we're going to start seeing below standard if this continues. It seems like every day I come in to pack something up, there's a mismatch in title versus the item. Something maybe have listed as new, but it's new without tags, because the person did not pay attention that there was no tag, and they just basically zip through all these. And then these people did work for me for a little while, and when I figured out that something was up with my listings, and I was starting to have problems, I actually took them off of eBay the last like 3 or 4 days that they were working for me, and told them I don't want you touching my eBay. Just help us out in the store with organizing stuff, because they really just didn't understand what harm they were causing by not caring about my business. And that's the thing, guys. When you get an employee in and you notice right away that their priorities are not what you need to figure out a way to get them out of your business, because employees like that are putting a huge damper on my profit right now, because every item that I have to cancel, um, not only does it go against my sellers rating and my sellers numbers, I also lose money. I lose money on the return shipping, the shipping to them, and basically the item itself, depending on, like with this item, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to resell it or not. So you guys got to watch that. If you have somebody listing for you, you got to watch it. If you start seeing an inconsistency in their listing behavior versus what you talk to them about, I did have a one pager, and it basically had all the top to bottom steps to do, and it's as simple as, guys, is making sure everything just matches up, and then the condition is basically said in the proper way. And basically I said, if it's not new, it's used, and if it's in electronics, it's a parts only. And basically with that gives you as much protection as it can. It's not going to knock out all the problems you're going to have, but it's going to knock out a lot of them. And the whole thing with new without tags, I mean, that's a simple thing. When you're listing it and taking a picture, new without tags is just, it's an obvious thing that you have to put. And another thing too, I noticed some of my items were miscounted, um, and we oversold because somebody was miscounting. And I'm not going to name exactly who's doing what, but those two people were the only ones listing, and those two people were the only ones. Anytime there's a problem coming out in my eBay listings, it basically boils down to it. So a couple months of thinking that you have somebody helping you out, guys, caused so much grief. I mean, think about all the orders that we've been doing. Most of the time we walk in and we start packing up, right away we're finding issues. So I'm hoping today there's no issues, and at a certain point I do have to do some kind of audit, but then that's time. That's basically reinventing the wheel or redoing the wheel. And to me, like, so frustrating that in the middle of all this with my store closing, and in the middle of all this stuff that I have to do, I can't even get sales to stick, because people just don't understand their impact of their actions on a business. So keep that in mind, guys, when you're working with people that you're hiring. If you are having somebody list for you, training is key. I did give them a good training, a good rundown. The issues that I'm having is not training related. The issues that I'm having is basically the lack of caring for somebody's business that's relies solely on the behavior of listing properly. So there's my tidbit, guys. I'm gonna get going here. It's pretty early, and I need to get this stuff packed up. We are gonna do the drawing today for the second chance on our mystery boxes. So we have to gather all those names, and we have to get that going. And then for the rest of the day, I'm probably just gonna pack up my office. I'm gonna pack up the closet, and I do have some vintage stuff. So we'll see how that goes. I think that this week is gonna, it's gonna be over with just us finishing up with just getting ready into the new year. And then the decision's going to be made pretty soon on bringing inventory. So we're kind of looking at that. We got to be really careful, because we're going to buy inventory to sell pallets. And now I'm going to be battling people that just spent all the money for Christmas. It's going to be basically boiled down to whoever buys from me is going to have the the want to make money in 2026, and that's what I'm going to position this as. We're going to help you guys get to the next level. My resellers in this area that want to succeed, I'm going to give them tools and options to succeed, and I'm going to hope that they all buy from me and continue to buy from me. And then we are going to do something where we are going to lower our margins just to make sure that there's enough meat on the table for everybody. And I'm not sure how that's going to all pan out because there's a lot of things that are going on in the industry with inventory. And then, this series is going to dive into that later next year. We're going to talk about everything that I'm seeing. And then basically, I'm going to give you guys as much industry knowledge as I can, as well as everything in between. So thanks for watching. We appreciate you watching. Like and subscribe. If you want to put a comment in, I'll try my best to reply to you in a timely manner. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.